Well, hello and welcome back to my channel. Nice to see you all again. Today I'm just going to talk about something that really resonated with me over the last few days. Now, there are things that you're all going to say the same thing. Oh, yes, yes. And so I just thought it was prudent to address Women of Wisdom on a Wednesday, although this is a little late getting published today. But I thought this was something that I would share with you all, and it gives us something to think about and perhaps remind ourselves about it daily. And again, as usual, I've got my little list here now because I don't like to trust my memory all the time. I forget little tidbits. We all do when we get a little bit on in years. But today's title is It's Okay to Wear Pearls When Vacuuming. And so this brings me to say, well, who am I today? And am I an independent person? I hope so. Do I inspire others? Well, I don't know, but perhaps I do. And do I have this fear of making mistakes? And I call that decision fatigue. What if? What if it doesn't work out right? What if I make a mistake? And you're going backwards and forth until in the end you say, oh, I'm just not going to do it all. It's too much. Can't handle it. And we then have this, fear of making the wrong decision. It's easier just to skip it altogether and not go forward with it. And we can all relate to this. This can happen in relation to sometimes the most simple things. And yet there are other things that we know, made a decision, bang, that's it. No need to think back and forth about it. So I'm sure you all understand what I'm getting at. We do this sort of thing to ourselves, and sometimes a bit unnecessarily, I think. And that's why I think it's called, decision fatigue. Oh, it's all too hard. I'll do it tomorrow. All too hard today. So I want to talk about what's within us, and I'm sort of, this addresses everybody, but I think it's something that definitely all women relate to in some way or another. And that's why I felt it was necessary to perhaps talk about this and share how I feel about things, and love to hear some comments back from you ladies, how you relate to these things, or does it resonate with you? Or have you found a solution to it? Please share. So we all want this inner peace, and most of us get that through our prayer pathway, meditation, and the whole purpose of that is that we share everything with Hashem, and then that relieves us of stress. It also opens up channels of two-way understanding, and we always feel better after that. So before we make a decision of any description, we should always pray on it. It's most important. And then we go on to how we react these are everyday things. This is not rocket science. So then during the day, we have to communicate with people. We speak usually with purpose, or we try to speak with purpose, clear purpose, without there being, how shall I say, a misunderstanding. We make sure our dialogue is sincere, and we also make sure that we give clear instructions, or we ask clear questions. We don't unnecessarily confuse the issue with too much unnecessary detail. So speak with purpose. Otherwise, I always say, best to remain silent, no matter what you're doing, whether you're trying to correct a child, or whether you're trying to impart knowledge to a work colleague or what, speak with purpose. Explain what you have to do. Speak directly about it, and then don't go on, that confuses the issue. After you've spoken with purpose, remain silent. Now, first of all, you've said what you had to say. It has to sink in to whoever the audience is, be it a single person or a group of people. So remain silent. People are sometimes afraid to be silent, to draw a breath. They feel they have to proceed and add something else and something else. But once you've made your point, remain silent. Laughter is very important, extremely important. It's good for our soul. It's good for our mind, and it's good for other people as well. So never be afraid to laugh. I think we need a lot more of that in our life. It's the best medicine out. A good laugh just makes you feel so much better. Laugh often. Laugh often. We need also to remain with clear boundaries. If we make clear boundaries, don't let us be the ones that breaks those boundary lines. Make boundaries that you're going to stay with. They are your guidelines. So don't sit down today and make certain boundaries about certain things, and then tomorrow say, oh, it's all too hard, I'm not going to do it. You need to make boundaries, not only for yourself, but for those around you. You need to have a space where don't go any further to other people. We need to have areas of distinction between what is appropriate to speak to me about, or how you speak to me, and what is not appropriate. And only you can do that and expect it. If you have to say no to someone about something or behaviour, whatever, if you need to say no, then say no and don't apologise for it. When you say no, there's no need to follow up or precede it with, oh, look, I'm sorry, but I can't do it. I can't, you're still not saying no, are you? But you have to learn to say it. And people appreciate that. You say, look, I understand what you're asking me to do, but I have to say no. I'm not able to attend to that. You don't have to go and find a reason why. You actually don't have to. You can if you wish, if you think it's appropriate. But there are times when no should be acceptable, and you shouldn't have to give a reason why. You don't have to answer to people because you've said no. I remember clearly as a young person, my father teaching me that if you ever have to say no, when you say no to somebody, don't apologise for saying no. It doesn't, because your answer carries no weight then. We need to also learn to enjoy our own company. There's the solitude of just being with nature, with self, with the wind and the sunlight, whatever. It's lovely. You don't have to talk. You don't really have to think if you don't want to. But some solitude, some me time where you haven't even probably got anything planned. I'm just going to sit and do nothing for a while. And you'd be surprised what wonderful things flow through your mind, and how healing it is, and how uplifting it is to just listen to the sound of our breathing. No need to have any external stimuli. No need to be listening to music or listening to voices. Just have that own company of self, and you have that lovely ability then to reflect on things, to think quietly, and to ponder on things, make maybe decisions and things like that. But you do need a time each day to do that. And it doesn't have to be an hour or anything like that. You would be surprised how much you can achieve in inner peace in a very short space of time. Once you get used to doing it, once you discipline yourself to do it, it's very easy to do. Each day is a new beginning. So every time you wake up, today does not have to be like it was yesterday. If yesterday was not a good day, don't wake up today thinking, oh, here we go again. You're defeating your purpose and you're defeating yourself before you even begin. So it's a new day, it's new beginnings, new challenges and new rewards. New delightful moments I'm going to have. It's a new adventure. Wake every day to a new adventure. And I think I want to just say, especially to the ladies, listen girls, it's okay to wear your pearls while you're vacuuming. It makes your day just feel that much more special. Just put your pearls on and go about your business. Thank you so much for listening, watching my videos. Please consider subscribing, and don't forget you can share any of my videos. You're most welcome to do that. In the meantime, please take care and God bless.